mic host.
And when I start streaming, it takes a couple seconds for it to kick in.
Yeah, same for here. We just gotta. Oh, come on! I just gotta close the app and open it again. That's how I gotta do it. Work.
They say patience.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We're actually live, you guys. We can talk again.
Oh,
Ooh.
We're
hi
actually live,
chat.
you guys. We can talk again.
Hello.
The lack of chat.
Oh, the lack of chat. You're right. I forgot to change that to live chat multi-stream. All right, sweet. We got Consumes Vexy Lag, Hellraiser, Golden Gem Games, and we also have. What do you want to go by, Shoto or Lumity?
Jodo.
Shoto? Okay, we have Shoto here. We were talking about games wish list for the Switch 2. So games we would like to see them announce or come out with in the upcoming years here.
Okay.
I think you said you already had one, Shoto.
Yeah. What? And I recently just read something on the Nintendo news
Uh-huh.
that Splatoon.
Oh yeah, that's a
that there's a Splatoon Riders exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2 system. That's
Wait,
Say that again?
one of the things. Yeah, there is.
Was it like a racing game?
I think so. I have to read it over again.
Splatoon
But
racing game would be kind of sick.
That actually sounds cool.
yeah, Splatoon Riders is what it's called. Um. Also, one of the things I want to see on the Switch 2 is a gosh darn Kid Icarus Uprising 2 or Kid Icarus Uprising HD. Please. Please. I want to play as Dark Pit in the game for once. Smash is nice and all, but like I want to play my angel boy in a game for once.
I've heard Uprising was like a really big success, so making a sequel would actually make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I picked up the character in Smash, immediately did my homework, and slowly got obsessed with the game and the character. But alas, I've never played the game. I've only seen gameplay, and I'm kind of sad about that. But yeah, it's like one of the games I want to see. A Sword Art Online game, obviously on the Switch 2, and that's about it.
No, Sword Art. I forget you. Besides Splatoon, you're very big into Sword Art Online.
Yes, I obviously have the money to buy a life-size version of Kirito's sword.
So do you only like the video games, or do you watch the anime too? I know people are mixed on that.
I've watched the anime 3 times in a row,
Oh,
plus
okay.
the movies.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So what I'm hearing
seen
is
some animes more times.
What I'm hearing is we need to have a watch party at some point and watch it.
Yes.
Probably.
Dude, anime watch parties? Oh man, that should be a thing.
For just the 4 of us, we're all gonna be reacting to some sick battles. It's like, oh my god, did he really just do that?
Yeah,
Right
apparently
now,
so.
before the stream started, I was watching My Hero Academia.
Bro, how do you figure that out?
Tony, I feel like the first thing Hellraiser's gonna point out is like, why didn't he just go for a vital point? Why is he hitting him in the chest?
That's basically me and everything anime anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just applies realism to like every scene. It's like, it's an anime, dude.
It's like if you want to fight really dirty, you can hit him in the eyes.
Yes.
Just do a pelvis shot down.
Oof.
Pellet thrust. Woo! Pellet thrust. Woo!
So, do you guys think they'll make a Punch Out for this next console?
I wish they would, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
That's actually on my wish list. If they ever did make another Punch Out, I will buy it.
The closest thing they've given us to Punch Out is literally Arms. I said closest thing, not exact thing.
Yeah, it's a poor imitation. It's just not the same.
So
Yeah.
But hey, they're making a Baki Hanma themed Punch Out game actually.
Oh yeah, Baki, the boxing anime.
No, that's Hajime no Ippo.
Oh no, that was Ippo. Sorry, the wrestler one.
Yes.
I get them
I
mixed
have
up
no clue.
sometimes.
I have no clue what you guys are talking about. That's the thing.
Rip.
Yes, there is both a wrestling and a boxing anime out there.
Well, it's not really a wrestling anime. I don't know where the term Baki the Grappler comes from, but it's more like just any martial art
Oh, well, I know he grabs things, right?
on occasion.
I've never heard of a boxing anime, but I've heard of a volleyball anime.
There's an
Yeah, I've
anime
heard
for
of that.
everything, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, there's an anime for spinning tops.
Yeah, and that anime is sick as hell. Beyblades are still cool.
Yeah, that's my
Indeed.
childhood right there.
Same
And then
here.
I
I
go,
even have
and
them.
then I come back as an adult, and then I'm like, why is Jenga's voice annoying now? I liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mexi, what do you want on the Switch 2? What's your wish list looking like?
So obviously everybody knows that I want another Smash game. I kind of talked about it with Hellraiser. I kind of wish they would like cut the roster size in half because I feel like we're overinflated with like too many. But they're probably not gonna do that.
I don't know
They
if they
probably
want
are.
it to market it like
But
that.
I mean, to go back to what one of you guys said, I think a few weeks ago, they've had a Smash game at every console, so why wouldn't they have one on this one?
That's
I don't know
hundred
why some
percent
people think it.
true.
And if
There
they
are people who
do
think
add more characters, please don't let it be Silver characters, please. We already have the whole Fire Emblem cast.
We know that we know they're gonna give us two more base game sword characters from Fire Emblem and then give us at least two more from DLC.
Give us two
More
for
Fire
starting
Emblem.
line
There's
for
gonna be
Sakurai.
another new Pokemon.
Ow!
Oh,
Wait,
actually
no,
no,
I'm
yeah.
making.
Actually I do want another Pokemon game. I wanna make a team and battle all of you. I wanna show my superiority
Really?
with ghost type Pokemon.
If I can
I've never
Oh,
actually
played
you.
get into
Pokemon.
modern Pokemon.
Oh.
I haven't showed much interest after Gen 7.
Guys, remember the best Pokemon of all time, Flamigo.
True. Most original name ever.
They just took the N out.
Yep.
Again, who?
Flamigo is a flamingo Pokemon or whatever.
I've never watched Pokemon, nor have I played the game. I've only
Any
I
of
won't
them?
lie. No. I want to say I won't lie. I first saw Flamigo on Twitter, and I was like, "That's a Pokemon? That's like so unoriginal."
What is this, Gen 1?
Literally.
No, I've only owned Pokemon cards. I still have a deck of Pokemon cards up in my closet.
So you played the
Nice, bro.
TCG, but not the video games or watched the anime?
Nope.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but I watched a lot of the anime. I have seen like a lot of the anime, and
Honestly,
yes,
go-
it does get repetitive after a while. I won't lie.
honestly, I know it's very unlikely, but maybe another Diddy Kong racing game or even the Kid Icarus game would be kind of cool.
Oh,
Yes,
Diddy Kong
Maxie,
Oh,
you
if they
speak
would
my
actually
language.
One at a time.
fucking bring. Sorry, it's just I really like the sound of that Diddy Kong Racing
Okay,
coming back.
I think no worries. I think Shoto started talking first. What did Shoto want to say?
I just said yes, Maxie. You're speaking my language.
Oh hell yeah!
Please continue.
Bro, we gotta have more rare IPs come back.
Oh my god.
I think they're
Imagine
gonna
like
start.
imagine like a new Conquer, for example.
Well, Microsoft will have to prove that. So I want to say about Diddy Kong Racing. The problem with that is that like because Rare has been sort of splintered off from Nintendo, it would definitely be a bit off. I guess they could just try to revive Donkey Kong Racing if Donkey Kong Bonanza is a success. Is a success.
I don't see why it wouldn't
you know,
be,
I don't.
but yeah, that's true.
yeah, Donkey Kong
I
Racing got canceled back then. It'd be nice to see it get released.
but I don't think it'll be in Nintendo's interest because they, of course, the only racing game they seem to care about is just Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even care about F-Zero anymore.
Yeah,
No.
in
Yeah,
a
they
nutshell,
care for
Mario
like
Kart is Donkey Kong.
yeah.
We haven't had a Donkey Kong Racing game since like The Wii?
Donkey Kong
Wait,
Racing
what?
Power activate. Dude, the
Like,
Speaking of Donkey Kong,
yeah.
yeah.
speaking of Donkey Kong, did you guys see the direct for Donkey Kong? Like I think it's a new game.
Yeah, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I saw the direct.
Ah,
I
how
mean,
y'all feel about
I
it?
think we all have seen the new Donkey Kong game. It looks fun.
I
Yeah, but
haven't.
have you
I
seen the
just know
direct?
the thumbnail.
That's what Chota's asking. Have you seen the Bonanza direct?
Uh, I kind of forgot that it had a specific one.
It's pretty good. The game looks
Yeah,
pretty promising.
Yeah.
Features a lot
I'll
of.
have to watch that and comment later.
Tony, did you mention any games you wanted? I figured you would want a Mario Party or something.
I'm looking for a Mario Party, but something I really want them to do is to basically either revive dead franchises or like basically revive dead franchises in some way.
Actually, you know what I want? I want another year of Luigi.
Dude,
Because we need two.
give give us a year of Bowser or something. I want a Bowser beat 'em up. I've always wanted a Bowser
Actually,
beat 'em up.
Bowser Odyssey.
you know what would be awesome? A
I,
Wario and Waluigi game. Like a
no,
game with
you,
both
you
of
Oh,
them.
you almost said what I was about to say right now before you started talking first, but I was about to say, imagine if they gave us our first Waluigi game and it's just like an Origins game or something.
I don't know if they'd do one for just him, but even if it was him and Wario together, I'd still be happy.
You know, okay, let me know what you think of this. So I'm gonna paint a picture in your mind. So imagine Wario and Waluigi in superhero outfits, and it's a game where they're doing crime fighting. It's like a
That'd be
beat 'em,
I
like
sick.
a
feel like
beat 'em up.
I feel like they'd be the ones doing the crimes.
No, but like in this game,
exactly.
that makes sense. But okay, yeah, that's true.
No, it'll be funny. It's a game where you have to prank people and you get scored for how good your pranks are.
I was gonna say they could give you missions like maybe Waluigi and Wario have to commit a heist, and they like do a really big plan to like rob a really huge bank, like one of the biggest ones in the world or something.
They become a GTA protagonist.
They even get Toad to help them and cut him in on the money somehow.
We'll make a raw deal with you.
When Toad gets caught in the middle of like the alarm going off at the bank, ah! 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 starts
Literally.
starts running away with that stupid voice.
Ever since I saw the Wario and Waluigi segments on the sports games on the GameCube, I'm like, why can't this just be a thing we see all the time from these two?
Yeah.
Because like that's what they do. They walk around and they cause mischief and just annoy the pants off of everyone. And they even do illegal stuff sometimes. Like when they went to the tournament brackets in tennis, they like wrote different names on different brackets, and then the cops see them and they chase them. I'm like, that's beautiful. I love it. We need a whole game that's like that, where you pull funny
Mhm.
pranks and then run away from the cops. That'll be the funnest game ever.
Yeah. That would be an interesting game.
I mean, that's like the thing you would probably expect to see for a game about the both of them.
Imagine like
That did less damage. Sorry, don't mind me.
I would also like a new Mario Party. Although the only thing I will say, if they make a new one, I kind of hope they make it play a little bit like one of the older games, because I feel like some
How
of
do
the
you mean by
modern ones
that?
are like maybe it's just me, but I would really like another Mario Party that kind of has a similar feel to like the GameCube ones.
In which
yeah.
way? Like,
The design, I mean,
specific.
like the way the game flows, the way the boards are made, the mechanics, like it just kind of feels like it's earlier in the series. Because I'll be honest, some of the newer stuff they've done in the newer Mario parties, I don't think is as fun as the old games.
Yeah, but I think you're being a little vague.
It's because there's a lot of specifics. I didn't want to have to go into every single one. uh, I'm just saying, I just think it'd be cool to have a Mario Party that goes back to basics. I mean, and does something a little simpler. I think it would be really
I
cool
don't
to
think
get a game like that.
I'm not sure if I'd say the modern Mario parties are anything more complex. That more complex.
Not a whole lot, but some of the it's a little bit more going on than the old games. Uh,
I mean, Jared, if you want to elaborate on all the points you want to, you can. I mean, we're only 15 minutes in, and we have plenty of time.
well, for one, let's not have another Mario Party with a vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That I can
Now
actually agree with. I'll give you that one.
maybe we can go back to coins and stars instead of the star pieces or whatever.
we we haven't used that since literally Mario Party 10 though. They already dropped that mechanic.
I actually don't know what they do in Super Mario Party that much or Jamboree. Jamboree especially, I've not looked at Jamboree.
Jamboree is just
Jam
normal Mario Party with just insane items.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty insane
Well, I guess
items.
it'll just depend on what they do, but I'm just a little skeptical when it comes to new Mario Party games. I'll have to see what they
It,
come
pro-
up with.
it probably won't come out until another year though because they already released Jamboree within the last 6 months, I think.
Oh shit,
No,
yeah,
more
you're
like
right. No, it's gonna
8.
be a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I already mentioned that I would like Punch Out, but that's unrealistic. I'm just dreaming.
Oh
See,
yeah.
that's what I brought up. I think I kind of hope Nintendo like gets some balls and just revives like dead franchises just to see what would happen. Probably
Yeah,
because it'd be
like
pretty
bring.
funny.
Yeah, like what about F-Zero? They're never gonna bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
What other franchises have been missing? Uh, actually,
Game.
that's one thing. We haven't had a Star Fox game in forever. I mean, I'm not like super big on it, but still, I think Hell's right. There's a lot of franchises just sitting in the dirt that could honestly get a lot of views if they came back.
Fire
If they're really
Emblem.
fun.
What the fuck's it called? Banjo Kazooie.
That's
Yeah, that's
rare. That's a Microsoft thing.
yeah, we haven't had one since Nuts and Bolts.
Geo Fury, I think it's called.
That's SNK. They already had a
SNK makes
revival
games like
game.
all the time.
That I was gonna say they made a revival game, Fatal Fear, not long ago, City of the Wolves, but it already died in like a month. Sadly,
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, aside from the games that were already announced, there isn't that many. Like I said, yeah, I agree with some of you. Like new Mario Party, new 3D Mario game. I want to see what they come up with for a new 3D Mario game.
that's sort of
3D
what Donkey Kong kind of is.
I
Mario
know, but
3D
I know
World
they got
Odyssey.
you gotta have a new big Mario game.
What were you gonna say, Shadow?
Mario 3D World Odyssey.
Yeah, that would be cool.
um, obviously they're gonna make a new Kirby platformer at some point, but I don't know when because they already have the expansion for Forgotten World, so I don't know.
They probably will have one in a couple years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kirby's been pretty consistent.
That does no damage.
Dang. It was quiet.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry,
That's
I'm just
quiet.
I'm kind of on a kind of my brain just kind of emptied for a second there.
Actually, this
Like I
isn't
said, I
related
didn't
to.
have much of a wish list.
What was that, Shota?
This isn't related to anything, but like, when are you gonna bring back Uno streams?
I can probably do one soon this week.
I think Hideo was
Ooh.
asking for him.
I was about to say, like, I miss doing Uno streams. I miss Hellraiser saying this game is garbage.
Because it is garbage.
It is. It's pretty bad.
But it's funny when you say it out of just nowhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'd be like Gru when he says, "This is garbage."
We're just
You
gonna
like this?
we're just gonna start having Hellraiser say "I am Groot," and we just have to automatically assume what he means.
Yeah, literally.
I'm probably not gonna play in those.
You're not?
I'm not really a big Uno guy.
Oh, that's okay. Uno's a hard game to get into. You don't want to get hit with those draw fours, you know.
Yeah,
just
I
other
would know
card
something
games
about
I-
that.
Yeah, there's just other card games I enjoy more.
I haven't actually checked, but I feel like I was one of the highest like targets of draw fours in that video I edited.
Yeah, you are. You were. Or
And I was just
That's
like,
honestly,
garbage, right?
Yeah,
What
we
Shadow?
can like play Among Us. We can play Among Us.
Oh my god, dude!
True,
I
but I
would
don't
be
have
such a I would be such a troll in Among Us if we played that. But I think so would
See,
everyone
I
else.
had to buy it. I would have to buy it, but I would be down for Among Us.
Wait, it costs money
It's
now?
free
We need
on
a few more.
mobile. It's
Say
free on
that.
mobile.
Yeah, I was gonna do mobile.
The
Why
thing
did
about mobile is I can't do the tasks easily because it's so small.
that makes it
Yeah,
better?
and I play on Switch and it's still a nightmare.
Dang.
That sounds like a
I'm
nightmare.
just I'm one of those old boomers who doesn't like playing a lot of games on phone. I'd rather play on a screen with like a
That's not
controller.
strictly a boomer thing. Technically, boomers are a pretty big
Honestly, that is
mobile
relatable
space.
nowadays. That's incredibly relatable. Also, I like
if
to
I
point out the
if
fact. I like
sorry,
to point out the fact this went from this went from a what's it called, wishlist stream podcast to a here's a sneak peek of what we're gonna be doing this week.
Oh yeah.
That sounds about right.
I kind of expected this to go longer.
It's okay.
Same.
Bad
This is
foresight.
note to self: did not pick a good topic.
I just didn't have much of a wish list. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We weren't relying
Note
on
to
you.
note to
No,
self.
no, just,
I don't know.
yeah.
I kind of
Go ahead.
imagine the two people, you and Shoto and Mexi, would have been the ones that had a large list.
No, I knew I didn't have a large list. I had a pretty small
I
list.
did not. Yeah, I did not have a list either. I only had like 2 things.
I think if it were up to me, I would have came up with 100 more games.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I didn't say much, but honestly, like even with just like 3 or 4 games on the Switch too, I'd be content. I don't need to play that many games.
You need to play many games.
I'm just saying, like,
So many video
what
games.
because a lot of the stuff that I would actually want to play is like old, and I could just like emulate them anyway.
Yeah, I practically emulate a lot of stuff primarily from Nintendo and PlayStation. I don't think I've ever tried
Like they have,
emulating Xbox anything. I wouldn't even know what
and they have like no.
I don't even know what they use for an Xbox emulator.
It's because they have no exclusives.
Oh.
Well,
Ma-
that's not entirely true.
Master Chief would like to speak with you.
That's on PC though.
It's by the same company though, but I know what you mean.
There was a game from my childhood that I really liked, and apparently it was on the 360 and only the 360. It wasn't on anything else.
What?
Helldivers?
That would be the only excuse to get an Xbox emulator. It's a game called Full
Okay,
Auto 2.
Yeah. I think they got that in a PC port.
I've never heard of Full Auto 2 being re-released anywhere.
Okay, then maybe you
And
should have Googled it.
I did look it up like a year ago, and it said it was on 360, and that was it.
That's crazy.
Tony
Well,
really
yes,
Hellraiser
next year.
really challenging the idea right now that within that last year he hasn't checked, they release it on PC.
I mean, it is very possible. You've seen how many games were released in the past year.
Yeah, we got Mario Kart, Star Fox, Mario 64. Bunch of games have PC ports now.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't got a PC port of Toy Story 2.
I'm sure it's coming.
It was
The joke
actually
is
released.
there is.
The funny part is that they actually released it on PC back then when they released it on consoles.
Exactly. I knew what the joke was.
Yeah, but that's like fucking like Windows 98 or something.
Technically, it's still usable though.
Yeah,
I know, but it's a pain in the ass to play Windows 98 games now.
I'm gonna emulate Windows 98 now.
Cool.
It's actually a big endeavor, especially Windows 95 is even worse.
Oh, so you're saying I should emulate Windows 95?
Like you basically have to
Yes.
get like a whole bunch of compatibility plugins. You gotta download like a bajillion things, and some people who want authentic gameplay will even have to buy like new parts or buy like a different fucking setup for their PC just so that the compatibility is consistent. Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Basically, cool.
I learned that from when EPG tried to play Glover on the Windows 98 version. He said it was such a pain to actually record the game and also have the game run because games from Windows 95 and 98 have horrible compatibility issues with modern Windows.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a total bitch to get them to run.
We get the idea. I see.
Yeah, if it leave it to him to know most about Windows. I know he has explained before that he does know a lot about Windows versions and whatnot.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Mhm.
Me and Golden Gem Games were talking the other day about like how they released a Game Boy with no backlight, but Game Gear, an older portable console, had backlight.
Yeah, the Atari Lynx had it too. Nintendo had no excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
Money.
Yeah, they want you to buy a bunch of Game Boy accessories.
Yo, what's up, C9999? How's it going?
Yeah, that's
What'd they
one of my
say?
buddies.
All I said was yo from YouTube side.
Yo.
Yeah,
I can't really look at chat because it'll break it will stop it'll crash my Discord if I look at chat.
I thought you were gonna say it'll break your spleen.
Yeah, that would do that too.
Step on a crack, break your brack.
Only some of you will know what
Aw.
I'm referencing, but for any card, when I pull a card out of this deck, the bigger the number, the more bones you break. Oh man. I'm trying to see.
I could,
For like a wish list, I mean, I can
actually,
probably
you know
just think
what?
of like ports at this point, like, but they already gave us a bunch of ports to begin with.
Man, you know, another Yu-Gi-Oh game actually could be cool.
I was thinking about that too, but they've been kind of really miss on Yu-Gi-Oh games lately
Yeah, most people just play simulators now.
because you can have all the cards and don't have to grind for them. It's better.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then
Why
Master
grind?
Duel is like a weird hybrid where it's like there is grinding, but it's also plays like the simulator does. It's
Well,
like
they give you shortcuts to getting the cards you want because if you know like what packs they have them in, you can try your luck on by buying those packs over and over again. There's like decks you can buy, like structure or starter decks on there. If you buy like 3 copies of it, you can obviously make just somewhat a competitive, semi-competitive deck with that. And then you also have the option to like craft cards, which can also get you the cards you want a lot faster. There's
Oh
probably
yeah, they
other.
have a crafting
There's
system.
also like prize cards, I think, and there's probably other things I'm not thinking of. But they do give you convenient ways to get the cards you want faster, so you can play the decks you want to play immediately. But it is a lot of grinding
And
still.
sometimes I wish I could travel back to like 2018, 2019 era Duel Links. I actually had a lot of fun with that.
That was so long ago.
Yeah,
I know, but
my wish list for the next for the Switch 2 is for them to release an upgraded version of Uno.
because it's probably
What's
going to be
wrong
the
with
same thing
Uno
again.
now? Uno now is
No,
so good. I don't know
give
what
me
y'all on about.
give me one copy of a card in the entire deck that can only be used once a game and then it's taken out of the discard pile. And what this card does is if you're holding it in your hand and someone plays their last card and they're out of cards, you play this card and that person has to draw 7 cards and they're still in the game.
Bruh.
Maxi
They,
making up
they,
the dumbest rules ever.
they released the
I said
long.
once a
They
game.
released the. They released the long-awaited sequel, Dose.
Finally.
We finally have Dose.
Imagine someone using the card I just described after like 2 hours of game
Bruh.
after like 2 hours of trying to have someone win and then someone plays that.
Bruh.
God, Uno's hell.
Uno is not. Uno
Dude,
is so fun. Uno Mercy as hell.
Dude,
Dude, I was saying, I
I
think I
think
said one time, like, for whatever reason, at some point, every game that I streamed, Shota was able to use either a Splatoon character or a Splatoon PFP for the game, and I'm like, dang, he just gets Splatoon and everything, doesn't he?
Yes.
yeah.
He has the Zool genes.
I can't lie though. Like, I think there was one match that took me a while to edit because it was like half an hour long.
My.
So I'm just like, average Uno game with all these rules turned on.
You know, there was something I've been curious about that I've never played. I wonder if the four of us can find something to play it. Tabletop Simulator.
Huh?
You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
It's on Steam. It's what it sounds like. You can play. You can basically play a virtual version of a whole bunch of different tabletop games.
Interesting.
I
I've
think the
seen
most
people
likely
play it, and I've
way.
been curious about it, but I've never played. I never got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think the only way all of us can even play a game together is basically on Steam or Switch. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it. I mean, not unless we all have a PS5, which I don't know about that.
Nope.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I thought.
We are at the 33-minute mark. Yay.
Whoa, whoa.
I still want to shoot for at least 12 more minutes, and we haven't really come up with a lot
Actually,
of games.
wait a minute. There is
No.
something I would like to see. Another. I know it's very unlikely, but it would be so cool to get another Wario Land. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh, good lord.
um, maybe?
Who possessed you?
I,
don't know.
I've like I know WarioWare still gets releases, but the main Wario series has been dormant for so long. It
Yeah.
kind of just like died on the Wii and the DS era. It hasn't barely had anything. It's just been only WarioWare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like WarioWare as much as the next guy, but like I just thought it'd be cool to get like an actual platformer again. Or hell, maybe a new genre. Maybe you can have a beat 'em up with Wario.
That's true.
Beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up, beat 'em up.
Eat 'em
Beat
up,
'em up.
boys. He gets his health back with garlic. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Okay,
You know,
that's kind of awkward. I feel like I'm probably the only guy here who even likes the Wario games.
well, see, I would have something to
I
say
didn't
about
want
it, but I don't have much to say about Wario personally.
to, and me
Shadow.
personally, I don't really care. I don't really care about Wario like that. If I'm being honest.
Oh, he was always more interesting than Mario to me.
To be fair, that's a very low bar to set. Clear, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of liked him. He was like the I don't give a shit character of Nintendo. He just does what he wants.
Does what he wants when he wants.
Yep, Mario just does what he rolls with, and he doesn't care what people think of him.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine if in the next Smash the meme finally dies and they put Waluigi in the game. The Earth would explode.
And that would be
Uh,
the second character they would have made as they would have taken from an assist trophy to an actual playable character.
Yes.
True.
If you think about
Imagine if they brought back James Bond from Melee's beta versions.
He wasn't in the betas. He was only on the polls.
Well, still, he was going to be in the game, so it'd be really funny if they brought him in.
I don't think he was ever actually going to be in the game.
He was considered, and they did think about it.
Any statements on that?
I remember.
No.
Well, I mean, come on, look at how big GoldenEye was. I know they had to have at least thought about it.
Maybe, but no fourth party characters were ever allowed in Smash Bros.
That's true.
I said this. I actually had a conversation with my friend Goofy, I think last night. One character I think would be really cool in Smash would be Eggman. I feel like they can make him work pretty interestingly because he floats in the Eggomatic. He could probably be like kind of like Bowser Jr., where he hovers.
Yeah, he could do
Yeah,
that.
probably could.
I feel like Eggman would have a pretty interesting kit too.
You probably could. But knowing Sora Limited, they'll probably make him not very cool because they're very good at doing that.
Unless you're DLC, then sometimes you get kind of special treatment.
And we still get characters like Steve anyway, so
They gave us characters like Steve.
yeah.
To this day, I have to remind myself they put Steve in Smash. Also, they're putting Steve in that new Sonic racing game too.
And they put
Ew.
in SpongeBob. What should have?
Just hearing Steve in a racing game. Ew.
He
Steve
would
in
raise in the
Fire
mind.
Fighter's dumb
He
too.
raising the.
You can't deny it.
I've already.
It's dumb because it works for Smash, but it's even
Guys,
dumber to hear it in a
guys.
fucking boat.
Guys, imagine a character in the next game with an economy play style, a trap based play style, and a gun. It'd be a character from
That's
Fortnite.
Totally.
Oh god, the Fortnite character becomes a new character.
Yep, Jonesy, let's go.
But yeah, no. If you think Steve being in Sonic Crossworld is bad, do you know SpongeBob's gonna be in the game too?
I tried saying that earlier.
His fucking final Smash will be flipping a Krabby Patty.
No, he's in the racing game.
He's at the
Yeah, SpongeBob in
I
a
know
Sonic
about that.
racing game,
know
along
about
with
that.
Steve.
Ew.
I guess they weren't lying when they said Crossworld.
Like, what's next, dude? Like, Conquer? Like, who can even guess who's gonna show up at this point?
I can guess.
Like you know what they could have done for Mario Kart World if they wanted to go the extra mile? They could have done like they could have if you know how the max coins is like 20.
Yeah.
What if
Yes.
what if these two things would happen? Whenever someone reaches 20 coins, they they get an extra item box. Two,
Bruh.
Oh,
Two,
C99.
they
Wait, guys. C9999 commented Waluigi in Sonic Cross Worlds before Smash. Oh my god.
Bro. Great.
Dude, I would not
Two.
be surprised.
I was gonna say like two, they could have whenever you reach 20 coins, you unlock you like unleash an ultimate or some shit. Now
This
that's
is
Mario
like
something to
Kart with
keep in mind.
super attacks.
this is like some
Super
Crash Team. This is like some Crash Team Racing crap.
Exactly. That's why it's funny.
Yes.
Yes.
Brings
Indeed.
back Double Dash
Yeah.
super items.
Honestly, I'd play with that. That'd be cool.
Double Dash was such a cool game.
I think so. It would be a very cool game. I'm
It'd
honestly
be
in
cool.
running. What's up?
It would be cool if they got another Mario Kart that had the style of Double Dash again. That'd be really sick.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
see, the only thing with that is that Nintendo does a lot of repeat gimmicks on that.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just a dreamer.
And I'm a razor.
So, do you want to say something? Max?
What's up?
I thought you wanted to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm kind of I think I'm kind of out of things to say. So if you guys had any closing thoughts before the stream ends, or if you wanted to go a bit longer, we still can. We about hit the 41-minute mark.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we didn't
I'm
have
not-
too much to say this time.
Nah, it's good. I'll try to come up. I'll try to come up with a way better topic that doesn't require us to have uh that we can talk about way more easily than this.
That's an
Okay.
awkward silence.
Yeah. Tony, do you have anything to say?
Well,
Um,
I only
guys,
got one thing
the
to say.
Switch 2 is expensive.
What was that,
But
Shoto?
go
Yeah,
ahead,
very
Drew.
expensive. Also, I have one thing to say. Subscribe to Mexilag
Oh,
and
thank
follow
you.
me on Twitch.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Or
Yes,
else.
please. Or else. Oh, I don't want to find out what that or else means.
Well, Ace, you don't have to worry about it. You are Mexilag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick moment.
All right. Well, we'll do this again on either Sunday or Monday.